Hi guys, it's Sky, and this is Food for Thought. So, I know this is very late. Usually What's So Funny and Food for Thought are taped one right after the other, because the last What's So Funny was taped in my car, now this one's taped in its normal, spot. But this one's not. So it's also almost 1 in the morning, I may add, with this taping, because I just came back from a show at the Cove on Geneva On The Lake. Why? Why is this so important to me? Because I need this while it's still fresh in my head. Tonight's show was unbelievably important to me, for a multitude of different reasons, but one being, this was the first show back at the Cove, which is one of my favorite places to perform. It's really where I got kick-started at doing shows consistently, which I really like. And then number 2, tonight, as a comedian, it really showed the progression of how far I've gone as a comedian in 9 months. And it really showed within the audience how far I've come in 9 months. You know, sometimes for me, I don't see it, especially with, I've been hosting my own open mics, I've been doing my podcast, I've been doing open mics where I can, so, you know, for me, I don't always see the progression. I watch my videos, I do see where I've been going. I don't know why I don't always see my progression, because I hear my sets always. So for some reason, I don't know why I don't see my progression, even though I know it's happening. Where I see my progression is the audience's reaction to where jokes land and how they land, or what they feel like after the show. So, like, for instance, the very first 2 shows I did, obviously they're like, okay, cool, yeah, nice, great, good job. Tonight was the night that showed me the progression of 9 months and how far I've come in 9 months. Shout out to the 3 women from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. 1, I am a huge Pittsburgh Steelers fan. That's no secret. Yes, I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. Just saying. Yeah, I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. Get over it. Anywho, Browns joke was made. Again, not a Browns fan, but oh well. And I laughed so hard at the Browns joke. But I don't hide that I'm not a Browns fan. I don't hide that I'm not a Steelers fan, though, either. I am very much a Steelers fan. I love my Steelers. But, and then, you know, I went up, did my thing, thought not much of it. It wasn't until I got off stage and these women came up to me and started talking to me and really started being like, wow, you were great, and just, oh my gosh, you and the headliner, and saying me and the headliner and another comedian were great. There was that moment of the last 9 months really put in perspective for me. The last 9 months that I've been working my ass off, and it showed. And it showed. And I was so proud of that moment. I had called my fiance prior saying, I'm going to be heading home soon. That conversation lasted another probably half an hour, hanging at the bar, just talking to these women, giving them my merch, giving them my card, having a great conversation, checking out my Bluey stuff, telling my story, and I couldn't be happier. Knowing that the last 9 months came into full circle about how my comedy has gone, and again, I couldn't be happier. And I know eventually they're going to see this, because now they have my card, so now they can see my YouTube channel. They can see the progression from where it started to where it is now. And that's exactly why I do these progression videos, to see even myself. Go watch my original open mic, where I started, how the progression kept going, where my jokes were, to now where I'm at, how Kilo Kids started, how I get myself on stage, what I like to do now, and how the persona that has become Kilo Kid, and finding my niche on stage, how that progressed, but still being me on stage. And I love it. And I love how far I've come. And I knew eventually it was going to happen. I knew eventually I was going to find my, if you will, the comedy persona, the me on stage. I am still me on stage. The one thing is, the person you see on stage is pretty much the person off stage. They're just more animated on stage. And I love that. I just tone it down when I'm off stage. So obviously off stage I'm, but then off stage it's just like the same crap I say on stage. It's just not so animated. But I like to keep it real, and that's the one thing that I do, and it shows. And it showed tonight when these women came up to me and just loved my energy and loved talking to me. It became like almost like a maybe 2-hour conversation, if that, more. And these women were so great. There was a bachelorette party there as well that just were amazing too, and they were, happy to talk to me, and just, I couldn't be more proud of tonight's set and how it turned out. But none of this would have been possible. None of this would have been possible without so many people. There's so many people to thank. There's Monty for getting me on stage in the first place, getting me to do that first open mic. There's Nancy Abraham, who taught me how to really start running my first open mics. There's Jimmy Wards, both Jimmy Wards, who are really taking me under their wing to teach me what there is about comedy. And yeah, I mean, there's so many people who have given me advice. And now I really get to, and I cannot believe I actually get to say this. And this is something very cool. But now the comedy advice of Alan Covert, and yeah, I never thought I would get to say that in a million years, but Alan Covert even gave me advice. Yes, the actor and comedian Alan Covert from Grandma's Boy, Little Nicky, he gave me comedy advice. And that seriously is, A, write a joke every day, and B, keep it up, because I told him I was an upcoming comedian. And that advice was given to me by so many other comedians as well, but to hear that coming from Alan Covert himself is kind of just like jaw-dropping. It really was. But to be in the same boat tonight as Bo, and being like, you are my favorite comedian alongside, and that was just like, that made me feel good. It did. So I forget who the third one was. There's a third person in that mix. I don't remember who it was. I feel so bad. I'm also very tired because it's 1 a.m. and I just finished driving. So, and I had to chug another Mountain Dew on the way back there, like little Mountain Dews. But yeah, I'm just tired. But I am so proud of how tonight went. I am. I'm extremely proud. And I couldn't be happier with tonight and how everything went. So I want to share that with you guys, and I want this to be documented, because I know more things are going to come up positively. I know it's not always going to be positive, but even the negative stuff I can always learn from as well. So thanks guys for following the journey. Keep following. Bye guys.